Hi BookTube, it's Chelsea, the Reading Outlaw, coming at you live, bright and early, 6 o'clock on a Monday morning to talk some books. This is going to be my hashtag AYearAthon wrap-up video and a couple mini reviews to talk about how I did. And then I'm going to be back later today to talk about the bout of books that's going on and the reading I've been doing, probably to participate in any challenges that are going on, but there will be a second video later today for that. This video is to talk about my AYearAthon, readathon progress and wrap up and some mini reviews. I did exactly as good as I wanted to do. I'm super proud. I knocked out both of the books that have kind of been lingering on my pile for series, which is obviously the point of the readathon. And so the first book that I knocked out and what I spent a bulk of the readathon actually reading was Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness. I'm sure you guys are almost as tired of seeing this cover as I am. This is the sequel to A Discovery of Witches, which are the first and second book in the All Souls trilogy. And this book was alright. I gave it like a 3 stars on Goodreads because I couldn't give it 3.5 stars, which is what I wanted to give it, because it's okay. It's not great. It's got my same characters who I love, and they're still being cute and lovey and eternal, and that's great. But in this book, we go back to Elizabethan England, and I should have paid a little bit better attention in English class and history class because there were a lot of names dropped and I'm just like, oh, I know who that person is, kind of, sort of, only apparently not really at all, other than like Christopher Marlowe and William Shakespeare, because duh. And let me tell you guys, Deborah Harkness is an historian and a scholarly historian because the details in this book are overwhelming, kind of unnecessarily. There's a lot of detail and a lot of pages about how things looked and where they went and what they wore and what they ate. And normally I would be eating that shit up with a spoon because I was that kid in school. Like, I lived for all those details. But in this one, I wanted more. I wanted story and dialogue and action and this relationship and problem solving and all these things I was kind of promised in the first book. And I just didn't get them quite as much as I wanted to get them. Also, as a side note that's really annoying, Deborah Harkness does this thing, and I don't know if you guys have read any other authors that do this, but she does this thing where she will not say something and then she'll have the character say it for her. So it'll be like, oh, Diana, our main character, I didn't realize you, I don't know, dyed your hair blue. That's an example. And they would be like, oh yes, of course, now Diana's hair is blue. And she'd be like, yeah, Matthew and I just did it on the train over here. I just got a whim for blue hair. And I'm just like, okay, one, you didn't give us any hint of any of that. And it may not matter for blue hair, but it happens in the book with some stuff that definitely matters. And I'm like, you didn't give us any indication of any of that. And two, I kind of feel like it's cheating. Kind of feel like it's a little cheatery to just have, like, you know, your other characters drop in this bomb and save you the, like, actual work of having to write it out. I don't know. I was not a huge fan of that, but it doesn't happen too many times, hence the 3.5 stars. I'm still going to keep reading. I still really like the series. I'm hoping the last book just, like, blows it out of the water, which it should. The second book ended on one of those things where it's like, you know, everybody's gathered, the opposing forces are opposed, and now, you know, we're about ready to have kind of a battle kind of deal. If it goes the way of Breaking Dawn and Twilight, I'm going to be really mad. I'm just putting that out there right now. Deborah Harkness, if you give me a fight that's not a fight, I'm going to be super pissed. Other than that, that caveat aside, I liked it. I didn't love it. I'm going to keep reading the series. The next book I read, however, and this is why I didn't put this video up last night, because I was desperately trying to finish this book before I went to sleep. It's Alpha and Omega, Moment of Respect, for the 6th and final volume in the Lock and Key graphic novel series, because these books floored me. And everything I didn't get from Shadow of Night, I got from Alpha and Omega. I got the story, the character, the dialogue, the action, the romance, the family, the friends, the everything. I got all my loose ends wrapped up. I got my action and my intrigue. I got my double dealings. I got everything that Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez have promised me up to this. And of course, just as always, the artwork was beautiful. The storytelling felt paced well, felt succinct and powerful. And I don't know if that's just graphic novels or if it's the skill that Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez have in these graphic novels. Because damn, son, these are amazing. Fun story and total side note, I tweeted last night to Gabriel Rodriguez and Joe Hill, just, you know, I like tweeted them, not thinking they would see it because no celebrities really ever do. And they totally did. And I'd written something about how this book basically just like punched a hole in my heart. And Gabriel Rodriguez saw it and retweeted it and replied to me and said thank you for saying like such nice things and that he was glad that I enjoyed it. And of course I said thank you to him for putting this like gorgeous piece of art out into existence and this amazing little bit of storytelling, like for giving the world that. I said thank you to him. So that was like a total fangirl. I still feel really stupid actually. Total fangirl moment on Twitter, because turns out social media is good for a lot more than just like bitching about your day and putting up pictures of cats. So who knew? But that's my story with that. That's my wrap up of the year-a-thon. I loved it. I had such a good time. It's so nice to have kind of like an excuse to just read. I mean, I do it all the time anyway, but it's kind of nice to have a justifiable excuse to myself if I'm gonna like not do chores or something. I can be like, it's okay. It's a readathon. But next month's AYearAthon is Rick Riordan, and I'm so excited for that because that's another series that just went like right over my head. And I'll put all of that info down below. I'll be back later today. I'm going to film this afternoon for the Bout of Books so I can do any challenges that pop up, like I said, and so that I can show you guys what have read today and I'm planning on reading. I'll put all of the Bout of Books info down below. Obviously, all the social media stuff will be down there. So subscribe, comment, check me out, say hello. Thank you guys so much for stopping by this morning, and I hope you guys have a really great rest of your Monday. See you later this afternoon. Bye!